Hey, James here from eBass Guitar, and I'm super excited because at the time of making this video, I'm just about to head off on a 3-week tour with the Celine Dion Experience tribute show in Canada. And I've made a big commitment. I'm memorizing the entire set. No charts, no stand, no safety net. This show was designed as a reading gig. So it was designed to be played right from the iPad. And honestly, having the music in front of me got me the job. That was crucial. But now I want to go a level deeper. I want to get really in touch and connect with the music and with the audience and the rest of the band on a whole new level. And I want to add something personal in here too. I'm dyslexic, and learning to trust myself without the sheet music has always been a challenge for me. The charts have often felt my safety net, but breaking free from that and learning to internalize the music has been one of the most powerful things I've done for my playing. So I've developed a system over the years that I call the 6-step memorise to perform method. And today I'm going to walk you through all 6 steps. But I've got a very quick favour before we dive in. If you're into real world based strategies and behind the scenes content like this, hit subscribe. In return, I promise to work tirelessly to deliver the very best bass content to help you grow as a musician. Sound like a fair deal? Please hit that red subscribe button. Let's get on with it. Step 1 is anchoring the foundations. This is where I play along with the original track using the official chart from the show. It's all about absorbing the groove and getting the parts under my fingers. And yes, I'm going to quote the legendary Leland Sklar here. He told me in an interview that I did with him a couple of weeks back, charts are like heroin. They're hard to get off. And yes, he's totally right. And this system's going to help. Here's the thing, at the start, charts are essential. They help you survive and jump into the deep end. Now let me give you a couple of tips at this stage. First of all, I always make sure I'm practicing the song in the correct key so I can start to see the fretboard patterns developing on the neck. If the show uses click tracks and I've got access to those, I'll practice with them too. But in this case, the amazing January Butler is singing every tune in the original key, so I can just grab the Spotify link and play along. Sometimes I'll even go as far as purchasing single MP3s from Amazon so I can use software like Amazing Slowdowner or Transcribe to loop or slow things down. Especially useful when they're tricky sections. Now I'm going to demonstrate everything we're talking about today using one of the tunes from the show. This is called That's the Way It Is, and I'll play it along using the original chart. Step 2 is mapping the music. Now once I've got a sense of what the original chart is doing, this is where I create a simple one-page chord chart or roadmap which gives me the whole song in one sheet of paper. It gives me the structure, the repeats and the transitions. Now this isn't about copying, it's about understanding. So let me show you my chart here and I will talk through a few of the different parts that we put on it. So here you're going to see it all written out by hand. I kind of put 4 bars per line where I can because that makes it really much simpler to navigate the chart. The next thing I do is I put the sections in here, the verses, the choruses, the introductions and the amount of bars where appropriate and as much information as I can put regarding the groove, so I've got the bare bones of what's going on, and I make sure this can run bar for bar from the beginning to end. Now this is the point where I start getting away from the written notation and start experiencing it as a chord charts and grooves, and where I start opening up my own interpretation of what bass lines work over it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play along with the track, and I'm just going to treat this as a chord chart using my one-page chart here. Step 3 is expand and explore, and this is where I really start pushing the boundaries, and I deliberately overplay intentionally. I'll run full arpeggios, stretch things out across the fretboard, and I'll really dig into the harmony. This gives me the flexibility and confidence when I'm performing, so I'm not boxed in by the original bass line. So typically I would do this 3 to 4 times sitting at my computer desk looking at the chart. Then I start getting off the chart. Now here's the wacky thing. Since I got my wireless system, I will get up and I will walk around the room. And what I'm doing in my mind is I'm visualizing the audience, I'm visualizing the rest of the band, and I'm visualizing the fretboard patterns as they appear on the neck. Now visualization is something I covered in my interview with the great Leland Sklar, and he said he does this all of the time when he's learning new songs, particularly to see the patterns on the fretboard. Now he might not be quite as wacky as me as walking around the room with a wireless system, but here's the thing, there are no rules when it comes to this stuff. Do what works for you. So let me show you me walking around the room, playing this in action, deliberately playing as much and exploring as much as I can.
I don't know what to say, no, but it's plain to see. If you stick together, you're gonna find a way. So don't surrender, 'cause you can win in this thing called love. When you want it the most, there's no easy way out. When you're ready to go and your heart's lifting down, don't give up on your faith. Love comes to those who believe it, and that's the way it is. That's the way it is. When life is empty with no tomorrow and loneliness starts to call, baby, don't worry, forget your sorrow, 'cause love's gonna conquer it all. When you want it the most, there's no easy
funky, slightly unorthodox, I know that, but it works for me as a great first way to get off the chart and really start playing using my recall and the shapes and patterns on the fretboard. Step 5 is called the long-term challenge. Now, what I'll do is I'll take a break from the song for a few days or even a week. Then I dive back in, no chart, no crutch. I'll play it 2 to 3 times and then I'll pull the chart out to see what works. This is my truth test and it's incredibly revealing because it will see what you need to work on. And typically what I find here is there is a lot more which is sitting in your subconscious than you realize, but it's just about learning how to access it and finding out the important things, maybe like what the first chord of a bridge is or a couple of important licks, and it will open up absolutely everything so you can start trusting yourself. To show you this in action, I'm going to grab one of the French songs from the show called Pourquoi tu mon ami, I hope I pronounced that correct, and I'm going to dig it out. Here is the chart right here. And so you know that I'm not looking at it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over here and then I'm simply going to play as much of it as I can remember from memory. Now I'm just going to give myself one tip that I know this song is in D. That's going to help me massively along.
Si tout s'appelasse, les amours s'y passent. Il faut que tu saches, j'irai chercher ton cœur si tu l'emportes ailleurs, même si dans tes danses, d'autres dansent des heures. J'irai chercher ton âme, dans les froids, dans les flammes, je te jetterai des sorts. Que tu m'aimes encore, que tu m'aimes encore. Fallait pas commencer, m'attirer, me toucher. Fallait pas t'en donner, moi je sais pas jouer.
As you can see, the chart is turned over, and truthfully I haven't played that song probably for about a week now, and part of it is those little moments where you just don't know what's coming up. You have those moments of blind panic and you just have to go for something, and what I find is 9 times out of 10 I'm right and I just go for it and it works. That one time I make a mistake, but here's the thing, these mistakes are absolutely critical because that's how you learn the song on a deeper level. Finally, let's move on to step 6. This is called set integration. So once I've been back through every song a few days after initially learning it, I rehearse the entire show in order from beginning to end. And this is where it becomes a performance. The transitions and the flow and the energy, it's all there. And I don't stop. If mistakes happen, I just keep going. This is part of learning to really play it in context and an essential part of the process. This is essentially the same as the dress rehearsal in a theatre production. But with this show it's not rehearsed. We're literally straight in the deep end. So this is a critical moment. Now to show you this in action, I can't give you all of 15-20 songs which are in the show, but let me give you one more. This is called Love Can Move Mountains. I'll leave the chart up so you can check it out and read along.
Love can move mountains. There ain't a dream that don't have the chance to come true now. It just takes a little faith, baby. Anything that we want to do, we can do now. There ain't nothing in our way, baby. Nothing our love couldn't rise above. We can get through the night. We can get through the light. Long as we got our love to light the way. With a little faith, just a little trust. If you believe in love, love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and feel it in your soul. And love can move mountains. Oh yeah. Oceans deep and mountains high, they can't stop us because love is on our side, baby. We can reach the heavens and touch the sky. Just believe it, believe in you and I, baby. If we got love that is strong enough, we can do anything. We can through anything. 'Cause through it all, love will always find a way. Just a little faith, just a little trust. You believe in love.
So guys, if you're enjoying this video, I've put together a completely free PDF which will take you through all of the 6 steps from the memorise to perform method. I'll put a link in the description below so you can download it with a bunch of other resources too. So that's it for today, folks. This approach has helped me perform with more confidence, more musicality, and with far more freedom on stage over the years. If you find this video helpful and you'd like more videos like this, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd love to also discover, how do you memorize music? Are you still glued to the charts? Do you find charts like heroin really hard to get off? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, which is somewhere around this video. Cheers, I've been James from ebassguitar.com, and I'll catch you next time.